Some pretty incredible news coming out in the past 24 hours. Breaking news. As we've heard, there are sleeper cells, they believe, in the United States from Hamas, from terrorist groups that have entered into the southern border and are here within the United States waiting to orchestrate a coordinated attack in various cities around the nation. Well, we have received word that there has now just been released in the past 24 hours a new plan to stop them. And this plan has been released by none other than former President Donald Trump. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. First of all, we are live, and let me know if you can hear me okay. Do me a favor. If you can hear me and see me okay, let me know in the comments. And also put a 1 if you believe that former President Donald Trump will do a better job of maintaining or addressing these issues. And put a 2 if you think no, Biden will do a better job. Now, a new plan has just been released by former President Donald Trump. And yes, okay, great. I can see a lot of people responding with 1s and 2s, so people can hear me and see me. Okay, great. Wow, we've got 677 people on live with me. That is amazing. Do me a favor, if you appreciate the breaking news updates, smash the like button. I see we've got 115 likes. Can we get that up to 300? Can we get half of the room to hit the like button for me if you appreciate the breaking news updates that we just received a plan from former President Donald Trump? Now, we have not really heard much in regards to a plan from current President Joe Biden on how to address potential attacks. We did see that he said build the wall, but other than that, we have not heard much. And that actually was former President Donald Trump's plan that Biden said that he would never do. And now he's saying to do it. Now that there are potential attacks we're hearing being reported from by the FBI. And yes, I saw that somebody said I shaved. Yes, my wife said it was time for me to shave, so I had to shave. But I am going to get you guys the latest updates on this. Now, as you guys know, I give the latest breaking news. This is going to be linked in the description below. Article coming out in the past 24 hours. This all just came out yesterday evening. He released this plan, and then coming out this morning in articles, Trump's plan, if he returns to the White House, includes deportation raids, tariffs, mass firings. A mass deportation operation will take place. A new Muslim ban will take place. Tariffs on all imported goods, and freedom cities will be built on federal lands. Now, I'm going to be covering for you the particular portion that relates to, as we've heard, infiltration into our nation through the southern border, because there are no borders. It's basically just open for people to come in. I'm going to be sharing with you what it was that former President Donald Trump said. And he said, day 1, I will implement this plan to make sure that we have a safe United States and to address the sleeper cells that are here, that are planning the attacks. We've received this word from the FBI. There is no plan to stop them at this time from Joe Biden that we've heard of. Trump is saying he has a plan. I'm going to read it to you, and you let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Wow, 1,663 people in the chat room with me right now live. Do me a favor, smash the like button if you appreciate these updates. 660 people have smashed the like button so far. Can we get that up to what is half of 1663? 800. Can I get just about 100 people to smash the like button? If so, I would appreciate it. And I see Denise West is saying, I wouldn't trust anything that Donald Trump tells you. Donna Gobbles is saying Trump. Filipina from a foreign land is saying Trump. 2924. So let me go ahead and share with you what this article says. Now, here's the introduction, and then we're going to be getting to the border policies. And also, I wanted to announce for you guys, a couple of people have been asking about YouTube stuff. If you're somebody interested in starting a YouTube channel, some people have been asking for advice. I've been coaching people for a while. I'm not probably going to do any more. I'm going to do one more live session where I help people out 1 week. And that's going to be the last week of November. If you're interested, let me know. I'll put it in the description for anybody that's interested in doing what I'm doing. Some people were saying, I'd like to help people out, get good information out, help people with information, let them know what's going on. If you're interested or know anybody that's interested in doing that with YouTube, I'm going to be offering that. It'll be my last time where you will be able to do it live with me. I probably won't do it anymore. I'll just create a course afterwards. But just wanted to throw that out there. I usually don't advertise on my channel. But let me get you the latest news. That's what you guys are here for. So much of the 2024 presidential campaign has been dominated by a myriad of investigations into former President Donald Trump and the subsequent charges against him. But with less than a year until the election day, Trump is dominating the race for the Republican nomination and has already laid out a sweeping set of policy goals should he win a second term. Now, his idea and even the issues that he focuses on most are widely different from President Joe Biden's proposals. Now, if implemented, Trump's plan would represent a dramatic government overhaul, arguably more consequential than that of his first term. His presidency, especially in the early days, was marked by chaos, infighting, and a wave of hastily written executive orders that were quickly overturned by the courts. Some of his current ideas would probably end up in the courts or impeded by Congress. But Trump's campaign and allied groups are assembling policy books with detailed plans. Now, here's a look at the agenda. Now, the first on the list is dismantling the deep state, but I'm going to skip over that and get right to the one that I said in the title and said in the thumbnail so that way you can hear it, and that is the U.S.-Mexico border. Now, listen to this. Let me know your thoughts, you guys, in the comments. Trump has pledged to immediately stop the invasion of our southern border and end illegal immigration. So he's saying that he's going to stop illegal immigration into the nation and the invasion taking place on our southern borders. Do me a favor, put a 1 if you totally agree with that. Put a 2 if you think no. But right now, with everything that's going on with what we're hearing from the FBI of potential attacks, my thought would be that now is the time to do that. We need to secure our borders and keep our people safe from the threat of attacks that we're hearing are being coordinated right now at this very moment. We're hearing this from the FBI. Now, as a part of that plan, he says, listen to this. He would immediately direct U.S. immigration and customs enforcements to undertake the largest domestic deportation operation in American history. He would target people. Listen to this. He's going to target people who are legally living in the United States but harbor jihadist sympathies. So if you are even here legally, but you are empathizing with the terrorist groups Hamas, then you are going to get out of here. And he would revoke the student visas of those espoused to anti-American and anti-Semitic views. So even if you're here legally and you're married to somebody that has anti-American views or anti-Semitic views, you're out of here. If you don't like it here and you want to hurt the people here, you should not be here. That is what he's saying. Do me a favor. Put a 1 if you agree. Put a 2 if you disagree. If you think that that is a violation of their rights and their visas, put a 2. But if you think, hey, if you are sympathizing with people that want to do harm to the American people, put a 1. And he's saying, get them out of here. Now, in a bid to secure the U.S.-Mexico border, Trump says that he will move thousands of troops currently stationed overseas and shift federal agents, including those at Drug Enforcement Administration and FBI, to immigration enforcement. We are going to force this. We're going to take this from other places, bring them here, and address our issues here at home. He also wants to build more of the border wall. So that was his plan before. And then when the Biden administration came in, they stopped it, said it would not happen. Literally 4 days before the attacks on Israel, Biden said, build the wall. He didn't even wait for Congress. He just said, executive order, build the wall. Now that to me, I remember seeing that and thinking that seems very odd. Out of nowhere, he came out and said, build the wall. It made me feel like he had received some information or some intel that caused him to say, we need to protect our borders now. So I thought that was very interesting. Now, Trump wants to reimpose his travel ban that originally targeted 7 Muslim majority countries. So again, now he's saying travel ban. If you are from a Muslim nation, you cannot come into the United States, and expand it to keep radical Islamic terrorists out of the country. Now, in the wake of Hamas attacks on Israel, he has pledged to put in place ideological screening for immigrants. His aim, bar dangerous lunatics, haters, bigots, and maniacs, as well as those that emphasize with radical Islamic terrorists and extremists. And we saw this over the weekend in Washington, D.C., in New York. We saw it in Los Angeles. We saw it in Houston. We saw it all over the nation, all sorts of protests. And he is saying that if you're an extremist and you are here, you're getting out of here. And also, we're going to put bans on certain countries from bringing in people. And also, too, if you do not pass certain screening tests, forget it. And even if you are legally here and you empathize with these groups, you're out of here. And I saw all the ones of all the people saying that they support this. I don't know if I saw any 2s. Was there any 2s at all whatsoever? Let me see here. People are saying ban the borders. Somebody's saying Trump for president. Faith in God, but I vote for somebody saying yes for Trump. Who is saying that, says James. James, this is the plan coming out from former President Donald Trump. Just released it yesterday evening. This is in the past 24 hours. He's saying this is what his plan is to stop all of these potential attacks on the United States soil that we're hearing about from the FBI. Now, at this present time, we don't really have a plan from current President Biden. He's simply saying build a wall. But now Trump is releasing more information on what he would like to see done. So this just came out. And also, as you guys know, this is linked in the description for you as well. Now, it says, let's see here. The Dieter migrants, he has said he would end birthright citizenship as well, using an executive order that would introduce a legally untested interpretation of the 14th Amendment. The order would prevent federal agencies from granting automatic citizenship to the children of people who are in the United States illegally. So if you're here illegally and you have a child here, that child will not be allowed to have citizenship. They are still going to, he says it will be illegal. They're going to bypass that. They're going to change that law. It would require that at least one parent be a U.S. citizen or lawful permanent resident for the children to be eligible for a passport, Social Security number, and other benefits. Wow. So there you have it, you guys. That is a release by former President Donald Trump. And again, let me see your thoughts in the comments down below. This just came out yesterday evening. He's saying, listen, we're going to put a plan together to stop any potential attacks. We're going to address this head on. We're going to stop people from flooding in from the border. We're going to stop people from various Muslim countries being able to fly in. We're also going to address illegal immigration with the biggest deportation of immigrants out of the nation. And in addition to that, if you're here legally and we find out that you are in any way supporting these terrorist groups, you're out of here. If you're on a student visa and we find out that you're protesting at these rallies on colleges, you're out of here. We need to keep our people that are here safe. I see somebody saying we need to crack down. And a lot of people are saying that they agree with that. Some people are saying stop persecuting Trump. Somebody is saying you are nuts. Wow, a lot of differing opinions across the board. Very, very interesting. Wow, we've got 2,300 people in the room live with me right now. 1,400 likes. Do me a favor, smash the like button if you appreciate the updates. This just coming out in the past 24 hours, Trump's new plan to stop the potential attacks coming to the United States that we've been warned of. Do me a favor, smash the like button. Can we get it over 1,600? Can I get 160 people to smash the like button in the room if you haven't already? If so, I would appreciate it. I see Angela Ioto using that Trump little emoji that we've got for members. If you want to support the channel, I appreciate it. Not necessary, but what will happen is when you hit the join button, all of these articles that I use to source my stuff, they'll pop up in your YouTube feed. But if not, it's okay because I cite everything in the description for you anyways. You'll find all of these cited in the description, so that way you know what's the latest. Somebody said, did I miss the coming attacks info, says Plexus. Plexus, you can find it in a previous video. This one is the plan to stop it. William Bird, thank you so much for the super chat. You're amazing. Ezekiel 38:39, Psalms 83:84, Gog and Magog war. I've heard a lot about that. A lot about that right now. People are talking about biblical prophetic words. And you know what? The pastor of my church, he's actually going to be doing a series on it. I can provide that for you guys as well. For those of you that want to know what the biblical interpretations of what's going on is, I can provide that as well. I actually spoke to him today, and it's just absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Now on here, I'm going to get you guys the latest news. But if you want, I can go ahead and maybe link that in a comment for you guys. So that way you can go ahead and check out his channel. It's going to be launching in November. If you want to get prophetic word, you want to get eschatology, what the Bible has to say about end times and the wars and things like that, I'll send you his way. His name is Jason Cisco. I think that's going to be the name of his channel. Cisco is spelled kind of funny. It's SCISCOE, I think. Anyways, I'll put it in the comments if you guys are interested. But yeah, this coming out from Trump, and he's saying that we need this. We did hear from the FBI about a week ago. They said, and on that same day, Congress as well, saying they're here. They're already here in the United States as a result of the open borders. They come to various cities. I shared with you the watch list that was exposed. And they said that in these various cities around the nation, they believe that there's potential coordinated attack that they would like to do all at once, and not just physical. Because a lot of people are, looking around trying to see like, okay, are they going to be detonating something here? No, they're saying, look out for cyber attacks, that they want to take out our infrastructure systems and cause and wreak havoc on our water, on our electrical grids, on our airports. We actually just received word on November 9th, just 3 days ago. We heard that the airports are saying, be on caution worldwide for anybody from the United States because of all of the chaos taking place in the Middle East right now. They recommend that you avoid flying overseas. And if you are overseas, they recommend that you use extreme caution and maybe try to make your way back. I covered it in a video for you guys, put it on the screen, gave you all the details, and all of the sources are cited in the descriptions on the videos because they're saying right now tensions are increasing. And it's just been incredible. And as you know, it's Russia with Ukraine, China with Taiwan, Israel with Hamas, and now the United States. Tensions are rising with Iran. So we have like 4 different fronts going on. The United States is supporting a lot of this. So our money is just going out, and it's becoming very difficult to just maintain funding war as well. So it's pretty, there's some pretty incredible stuff going on, you guys. But I will keep you guys up to speed on everything. But in addition to that, now plans. And I feel like that's good. Just to have a plan. We have to do something to combat this because first and foremost, and this is my thought, is the people here in the United States. First of all, we're already dealing with high inflation, issues with our economy. And now we have potential threats on our soil. We need to take care of our people here. And I believe that some sort of steps to doing this is great. So far, we have not really seen anything, like I said, released from Biden other than build the wall. He did an executive order right before the war started saying build the border wall. But at this point, I think a lot of people are saying, listen, it's a little too late now. They're already here. So now that the problem is already here and the attacks are already being planned, now what is going to be the strategy to get them out of here and to make sure that we don't have any attacks on our soil? So we will see. Patty says, what's the plan to stop it? I just read it for you, Patty. It's actually in the article that I linked in the description. Basically, he's saying that if you are here and you're illegal, massive deportation, the biggest one that we've ever seen. In addition to that, if you are here legally and you sympathize with these groups that are anti-Semitic or anti-America, you're out of here. If you're here on a visa and you're in these colleges and you're doing these protests showing that you support these nations that are against the United States, you're out of here. He's saying, let's find these people. Let's find these sleeper cell groups. Let's get them out of here. He said, let's do the biggest massive deportation. And he said, illegal or legal, you're out of here. Anybody that is against the United States, their ideological beliefs are against us. The exact words he said is, his aim is to bar dangerous lunatics, haters, bigots, and maniacs, as well as those that empathize with radical Islamic terrorist extremists. If that is you, you're out of here. That is his plan. So he said this will be implemented day one. In addition to that, he's going to secure the U.S. border. He's going to be pulling from all different groups and directing them to the border. It says as a part of the plan, he says that he would immediately direct U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement to undertake the largest domestic deportation operation in American history. He would target people who are legally living in the U.S. but harbor jihadist sympathies and revoke student visas from those who are espoused to anti-American and anti-Semitic views. So he's saying we're going to do a cleaning of our nation. Anybody that's here that is saying these things against us, that are posing these threats, that are hanging off of poles, that are burning flags and doing all these things, you're out of here. That is what he's saying his plan is. He says, get them out. And again, I saw a lot of people saying that they agree, that they think that that is exactly what we should be doing. And actually, I'm curious as well. Do me a favor. Do you think, now I saw a lot of people say that they support that plan, but do you support Trump as the president? Or do you think that if Biden comes up with a plan, that it would be better? Let me know your thoughts. Now, let's make this easy. If you think Trump, put a T in the comments. If you think Biden, put a B. Let me know. Who are you going to vote for if both of them had a plan? Who would you go for? T for Trump or B for Biden? Somebody said Biden useless. I see T's. I see George Michelle put a B. I agree martial law may be needed, says Kurt. Wingman says Trump. Sherry says Trump. Christina says Trump. Vito says Trump. Wayne Oates says Biden. I'd rather not vote, says Brian. Brian, it's looking like it's either going to be Trump or Biden. It's going to be a repeat of 2020, it looks like. If you're with us, you're not against us. Thank you for the updates. Trump, says Melinda Riston. You are very welcome. Thank you for the super chat, Melinda. A lot of people saying Trump. And actually, we've heard this from officials for the U.S. defense. I shared with you a video clip where they actually said this. They said that Iran has hit U.S. troops now since the start of the Israel-Hamas war. I want to say it was like 40 times we have been attacked on bases in the Middle East. The Iran proxies, their militia groups have attacked us 40 times. Biden gave 2 warnings. Then they hit back on a base, and then they just hit back on another empty storage facility base. And then they attacked us again. And the defense, the U.S. defense official said that was weak. He said they're hitting us and we're hitting empty bases. He said we need to send a message. And he's saying, and then they asked him, they said, what is your thought on Biden's, take on this compared to Trump's? And he literally said, this did not happen under Trump. He said, if they asked him, would this happen? What is your thought if Trump was the president? And he was like, Trump was the president, and this did not happen under his watch. He said the reason why these foreign nations are stepping up their game right now is because they view Biden as weak. His responses are weak. And he said, and they're stepping up boldly and doing this now because they feel like his administration is weak and they can just go ahead and pressure and push the U.S. They don't feel like he's going to do anything. Even his responses, when he is responding, they're saying are weak. And a lot of people are saying we need to get Trump in. And he said if Trump was in there, this would not be happening. Debbie says, Steve, who else is running? Well, Debbie, they have the Republican debates going on right now. There is DeSantis, Vivek Ramaswamy, Nikki Haley. There's an assortment of different people. But I'm just being honest with you right now. From what I'm seeing on the polls and what I'm hearing is that all of the Republican races that are taking place right now is for second place. None of them are coming close to Trump. And they're saying it is going to be Trump. Trump is going to be the Republican nominee, and it's likely going to be Trump versus Biden yet again. That is, of course, unless we heard Ramaswamy suggest that the Democratic Party needs to be honest, that they don't want Biden to run because they don't think he's going to win against Trump. Ramaswamy said, why don't the Democrats just be honest and tell us who their person is that they're going to use to run instead of Biden, because we already know he's going to lose. Nobody wants him. His approval is terrible. Biden's saying he's going to do it. But let me know your thoughts. He said, is it going to be Gavin Newsom or is it going to be Michelle Obama? Let me know your thoughts. What if they swiped out Biden and they put in Michelle Obama or they put in Gavin Newsom? Would you vote for one of them over Trump? Put a 1 if you'd still vote for Trump. Put a 2 if you'd vote for Gavin Newsom or Michelle Obama. I'm curious to see people's responses. If they swiped out Biden for one of those other ones. Still see 1s across the board. The vast majority are saying Trump. I see a couple of 2s. I see some 3s and some 2s. I see a 0. But the vast majority are 1s. People are saying we need Trump in there. A lot of people believe that Trump will take care of business. He already has released a plan to help our borders, secure our borders, and get those that are potentially going to be causing harm out of our nation. So that way we can protect our people. This just coming out, as I said, yesterday evening, he made this announcement that he said, we won't have a tax because I've got a plan in place, is what he said. He's going to have this plan so that way we no longer are going to be having these issues. Also in here, he has foreign policy changes. He's got trade changes. He's got stuff on transgender rights, on energy, on education, on homelessness, on public safety. He's also got stuff on dismantling the deep state. So Trump, he's releasing an assortment of plans, and I covered for you the latest that he has on making sure that we can keep our nation safe from these potential attacks that we've been hearing warnings of on the sleeper cells. I see somebody saying that they don't want Trump. I see a lot of people saying they do want Trump. So we have a mixed bag of people saying different things. We will see, because we are coming up on the election year. Somebody's saying they'd rather vote for the Easter Bunny than vote for Biden. Let's see here. We are looking weak in the eyes of our enemies, says Eva. I see lots of thumbs up. Yes, do me a favor. Thank you for reminding me. Smash the like button if you haven't already. I would appreciate it. It helps out with the YouTube algorithm. All it does is send this out further so people can see the new plan that Trump has said that he will implement on day one if he is the president, and that this new plan, he is going to get everybody out of here that is anti-America, anti-Semitic. He said, get them out, even if they're here legally, get them out. And he also says, secure the borders, stop allowing people to come in from Muslim nations that are on the watch list. He's saying, stop them. So let me know your thoughts. And also, too, like I said, smash the like button for me. Wow, we've got 2,500 people in the room, 2,300. If you have not hit the like button, if you could please do so. Can we get the like button to match the people in the room? That would be insane. Can I get 120 people that have not yet hit the like button to do so? I would appreciate it, you guys. And again, if this is your first time here and you have not already subscribed, feel free to do so. It's totally free. Hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. I'll let you know breaking news that comes out for our nation, so that way you know what's taking place. A lot of this is very intense. I know that a lot of it's not what people want to hear, but I will just report to you the latest news, because I believe that knowledge is power, and us knowing what is going on is half the battle. If we have knowledge of what's taking place, we can prepare. Like if there are sleeper cells that are ready to attack our water systems, we can know, stock up on water. If we know that things are going to be going down, we can stack up on ammo. We can stack up on canned goods. Just us knowing what's taking place is half of it. Also, I've got a join button. Thank you for those of you that have been supporting the channel. I appreciate that a ton. And it'll just, and when you join and you become a member, all of the sources, I cite everything. It'll pop up in your YouTube feed. But if not, no worries. I put it all linked in the description below anyways. Yeah. So let's see here. People are saying, why hate Trump? Somebody's saying stop war and other stuff. They are already doing that. Let's see here. So this was the new plan that was just released. Worship God Ministry says some cells are here right now. Yes, that's what we heard from the FBI in various cities around the nation. They are saying that they are already here trying to plan a coordinated attack. And this is what Trump has just released, saying that he wants to do to try to stop it. So far, a lot of people are saying that they agree with the plan. Melzy Insane says, hi, Steve from Houston, Texas. Hey, how's it going, a fellow Houstonian? Good to see you. Vicky Martin says, glad I found your channel. Glad that you are here. I hope the content is helpful. I'll keep you guys up to date regardless of what happens. I will make sure that you guys know what's taking place. Jose says, everyone should push the like button. Help him out, helping all of us. Thank you, Jose. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Y'all better pray, says Dr. Death. Yes, if you are not praying yet, or if you're a praying person, we need to pray. Paula said, heard nuclear. Yes, check out my video from yesterday. I break down all the details. It's on my channel in the video section. Russia has been upping the ante on the nuclear thing. And we also saw Biden last week just go ahead and release some information about increased weaponry that we have. So it's kind of a flex from both nations saying, hey, things are getting tense. I just want to let you know that I've got this available if you want to go this route. But I share with you the details in that video that if we go that route and we have a fallout, it will be absolutely devastating. Absolutely devastating. But I'll keep you guys posted on anything that happens. Dennis is putting fire signs and he's saying to get Iran. Well, we will see. One of the issues with that is we are concerned that if there's an official declaration for certain nations, that other nations that support those nations, they will go to war with them and we will break out into World War III. So one of the things is people are concerned that if the U.S. goes to war, say with Iran, Iran has allies with Russia and China, and they will all get pulled in together. And they've already, a lot of people are saying, have been planning, trying to get the U.S. into war. So that way it's an excuse for them to all come together and attack us. So it's very difficult. It's a very fine line between us getting pushed and pushing back, but not going to the point where it's potential war and all out chaos. McKenna Elosa says draft. McKenna, I just did an update on that. A lot of people right now, it has been trending, have been searching the draft, curious about what's going to be taking place if we go to war. And it's incredible because Congress and a lot of people are saying, officials are saying, no, we won't need a draft. But if you look at our reserves, I covered the numbers in that video. The numbers tell a way different story. The last time that we had a draft, man, it was nuts. Somebody's saying I'm having video problems. Please let me know. Put a 1 if you see me okay. Put a 2 if not, just to make sure. They have been here for the past 3 years, says Sandy Fetty. War started. Israel declared war with Jordan and Hezbollah, says Sandy Fetty. Sandy, yeah, there's been a lot of stuff going on. I'm getting a lot of 1s. Everyone's saying they're seeing me okay. So whoever it was that said that they were having video trouble, please check your connection. Looks like the vast majority of people are saying they can see me okay. Okay, good. Glad that the connection is going well. Let's see here. Wow, we have got 2,927 likes, 2,650 people in the room. Thank you guys so much. You're amazing. Do me a favor. If you haven't smashed the like button yet, please do so. If we get that over 3,000, that would be crazy to have more likes than actually people in the room. If you appreciate the updates, you find them useful, valuable, I hope that they do. I'll keep you guys up to date on all of this stuff. And if a plan is released from Biden, maybe Trump releasing this will cause Biden to release a plan and actually implement it. That would be fantastic. Regardless, we need to take care of the people of the United States. We cannot have these threats on our nation, to our people. We need to make sure that this is a nation that's safe and secure, that we have our country under wraps, that we are well. I mean, it's good to help out others, but we got to remember our home first. And I believe that a lot of people, from what I've seen with all the 1s in the chats, believe the exact same thing, that we have got to do this to make sure that we keep people safe. Black Cat says, hello, sir. $20. Thank you so much. Unbelievable. You are amazing. Jesus is my rock. $4.99. Thank you so much. Absolutely. You guys are amazing. I appreciate the support, and I hope the content is helpful. But yes, I believe that we have got to make sure that somebody keeps our people safe. We can't have these threats. The protests that they showed and some of the things that were said, to me, was just absolutely mind-blowing. And I feel like we've got to make sure that there's so many people here and that need to be protected. Thank you so much, Oracle Queen. Fighter jets are flying over Charlotte, North Carolina. They just flew over 5 days ago here. Yeah, I believe it. And thank you for the $10. Oh my goodness, you're amazing. I believe it because right now there are so many things going on. We need to keep our people here safe, and all of the chaos, all of the stuff against the nation. It's just mind blowing to me. I feel like the vast majority of people would agree. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but to me, it's like I feel like we live in a nation where the vast majority of people, I believe, support our nation, want it to be a safe place, want freedom of religion. I'm a believer in Christ, but I don't want to ever push that on anybody. And to hear some of the things that I heard over the weekend from some of these extremist groups, and I understand that not all of the Muslims are like that, but some of these groups were saying they want it in every home and they're not going to stop until they do so, and they want to force it upon us. To me, that's not what I believe that this is about. And to see those groups out there tearing down American flags off of poles, stomping on them, burning them, to me, it's just like, why is this taking place? I just feel like this is just my opinion. You have the right to disagree with me. I feel like that is not okay. We should not have that here. That makes people feel unsafe in this nation. If you hate this nation so much, then go to a nation. I kind of agree with it. Get out of here. Get them out of here. Braxton Bowers, $4.99. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And again, I don't mean to, offend anybody that disagrees. You have the right to disagree. I just feel like there should be a certain level of respect. And what was crazy was that what was on Veterans Day, I saw that there was protests taking place where they were ripping down the flags, disrespecting our nation and those that have sacrificed their time and their lives for our nation. On that day, they were doing that. And to me, I just felt like, I just feel like it's just not right. Do me a favor. If you agree with me, put a 1. If you disagree and you feel like, nah, Steve, you're a little bit extreme, put a 2. I would like to see where people stand on that. I'd be very curious to see people's thoughts. Oh, wow, I see a lot of ones. Okay, a lot of people feel the same way. Like, hey, like, you know what? I'm not trying to push my beliefs and perspectives on you, but I believe that if you're here in the nation, you should respect the nation. You should respect those that are making sacrifices to keep our nation safe. And I believe that those in charge should do everything they can to keep people safe. And like I said, there's a lot of people that are here from other nations that don't believe the same religion we do. That's totally fine. But you should not try to impress that upon us and force it upon us and attack us. And I believe we got to keep our people and our nation safe. A lot of ones. Okay, great. All right. I feel like it's a majority. The majority believe it. And I feel like the majority, for the vast part, are for the most part usually silent. But I feel like a lot of us kind of feel the same way. But, you know, not everybody does. I do see some 2s. You guys, you know, if you disagree with me, totally fine. That's one of the great things about this nation, is that we have the ability to disagree on things. That's okay. You have your opinion. I have mine. And yeah, and usually I don't like to give my opinion. I like to just report to you the news. But on this live stream today, we went there. So that's my thought. And I feel like anybody that's got a plan to keep our people safe, I like that. You know, hey, Biden, release a plan. Let's see what you got. Let's compare it to Trump's. You know, that is some of the things that I believe that people are very concerned with right now. What is going on in our world? That is a major concern. I don't think people are as concerned with junk fees as they're concerned with keeping our nation safe right now. That's my thought. But you guys, that is the latest. Spikester says there's trolls on here. Just ignore the trolls. If you're a troll, you know, get a life. You know what I'll do? I'll go afterwards and I'll check to see who was trolling and I'll kick them out. I'll block them from the channel. I immigrated from Switzerland, says Sandy Fetty, and I feel I am more patriotic than some of the Americans born here. Sandy Fetty, you know what? I gotta say, I can't say I disagree with you. And Sandy, thank you for being a supporter of the United States, even though you immigrated here. Appreciate that. I appreciate our home and our nation. And by no way am I saying that it's perfect or we've got everything, you know, together. I don't think there's any perfect place, but I do appreciate it. Let's see here. Trolls all over here. Somebody's saying, all right. So for those that are trolling, that have got, you know, baloney to say, I'll go ahead and block them after this. Somebody said, thank you, Steve. Too many young people that are clueless, says Pamela. Melinda says, go away, trolls. I'm seeing ones. We are being too easy on the ungrateful dead weight, somebody says. Oracle Queen says, I would be a great moderator for you if you'd like. Thank you, Oracle Queen. I got to figure it out. The truth being told is that I'm not super tech savvy. I got to figure all that stuff out. But I'll go through and I'll block the trolls. But I appreciate that. I'll figure out some way to go ahead and do that. You need some moderators, says George. Okay, I will go ahead and figure out the moderator thing so that way we can stop any of the trolls that are saying whatever it is they're saying, you guys. Sometimes the comments just go by so fast. I try to get the ones, I try to focus on the questions where I can help people. That's the main thing, because I've done YouTube for a while and I see a lot of hate comments and this and that. Sometimes I'll read them if I'm not paying attention and then I'll just address them. But a lot of times I just ignore them. Let's see here. John M says, welcome to the Ram Fan. John M, thank you for the support to the channel. I appreciate that. You will see after this live stream my sources for this live stream popping up in your channel. Let's see here. Patriots for Trump, says Brenda. Let's see. Any other questions that I can help out with? Somebody asked if I farted. No, I did not. But I have that look on my face. A lot of people saying they would happily moderate for me. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I will see what I can do here to make sure that I help out with people. The goat and the ram, one world religion, but we won't be here, Steve, says Rhonda Witt. Yes, yes. And like I said, for that, I will go ahead, and I see somebody saying the rapture is close. I'm going to send you guys to my pastor's channel that he's going to be launching on Thanksgiving. He can give you all that stuff. the eschatology, the Bible, and all those things. I'll give you the news, and I will send you his way for all that. He's incredible. I like him. He's my pastor. Catherine Rex, welcome to the Ram fam. I hope that it is the news here is helpful to you. Thank you for your support. You will see these sources for all of my videos start to pop up in your YouTube feed. Let's see here. Read your Bible, the Holy Bible. Yes, Callie. I personally am a believer, and yes, I believe that if you're a praying individual, you should be praying right now. And if you are, somebody that has a relationship with God, I'd say keep that strong right now, regardless of what happens. I will keep you guys up to date, though. Thank you. Appreciate your news, says Ken. Thank you, Ken, for the kind words. I'll keep you guys up to date. Well, you guys, I see there's a lot of people on. Family is a believer too, says Remo. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, I just do my best to help you guys out. Thank you for the update, says Mona. I read the Bible. Awesome. Yes, I believe that it is. It's the word of God. That's personally what I believe. How safe are we in League City, says Val Venter. League City, well, here in Houston, it is actually on the watch list. It is on the watch list. So we'll see. I shared with you guys what could potentially happen if we get hit by a nuke, and it's not looking good. But that's why I said, if you're a prayer individual, keep praying. If you believe in God, Black Cats has been a mod for years, sir. Awesome. Black Cat, I appreciate that. And thank you for the super chats. You guys are amazing. Thank you for the support. I will go ahead and figure out how to do that, and I'll see if I can start assigning mods and how to figure all that stuff out. I'm just not super tech savvy. It's really a miracle that I can even get on YouTube and get the content, but I'm going to figure it out. I'm not going to use that as an excuse. The General Shepherd Way says this channel is cap. General, no, it's not. I know what that means because the young kids on TikTok told me that cap means it's not truth. And it is truth. No cap. This channel, I'm sharing with you the latest, and I can prove it. Linked in the description below for you. So I know the lingo now because of the TikTok kids. So no cap. This channel is legit. John M, $10. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. Amy Sousa says, thank you, Steve. Thank you. I appreciate the support. Chicago is on the watch list, says China. Yes, it is. Chicago is on the watch list. Praying for our country. I thought caps were the hood, says JK. No, Jesus coming soon. The kids changed it. Now cap means a lie. God's chosen. Kenny L. God's chosen. $20. Thank you, Kenny, for that. I appreciate it. The support. Be written $5. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. No cap, but MSNBC is spot on, right? Says Stephen Fran. No, a lot of the channels that come out, I feel like a lot of them are not channels, but the news stations. They lean various directions. I just try to do my best to give you guys the facts. And if it's my opinion, I'll state it. Like I share with you my opinion about protecting our nation. But as far as the articles go, I just link them so you can read them for yourself and you can see the latest. Steve Ram kicks butt, says Mr. Joe. Thanks. Appreciate that. Americans need Trump more now than ever, says News Now Yemen. Patrick says, can I do a giveaway? I don't know what you want me to give away. Let's see here. Maybe I don't know what I could give away. I'll find stuff to give away. Autumn Leaf says, love your channel. Thank you, Autumn. I appreciate it. Your time is now. Steve, God bless. He's blowing up your channel, says Worship God Ministries. Thank you. Yes, it's been incredible how it's been reaching so many people. I hope it's a blessing, and I just hope to get information out to help people out. I feel like that's really what people need. We live in scary times, and I don't want anybody to be scared. I just want people to know what's taking place so that way they can know the latest. We can prepare for whatever unfolds. You are spot on. Thank you for your update, says Trashman. Appreciate it. How long do you think that we have until dominoes start to really fall and things are going to get bad in your opinion, says Be Written 499. Be Written. Be Written. So in my personal opinion, I feel like we heard from Israel that this war is going to be going on for a long time. The U.S. is getting pushed. I'm not sure if the U.S. is going to get pushed enough to go ahead and initiate an official war. We will see. It depends on how bold these nations get while the Biden administration is currently in. So I don't know, but I will tell you this. As I mentioned, my pastor, who's about prophetic word, Jason Sisko, he has said, just keep yourselves prepared, pray. We will see. And I've heard other people say that they believe, that tensions could rise in 2024 in this upcoming year. And I believe if something popped off, it could be next year. We'll see. I'll just be praying, and I'll report to you whatever unfolds. But things are definitely getting more tense as we progress. And so it's really hard to say. I pray that we don't go down this road. But if we do, I'll be praying that people stay safe and things don't get out of control. And I'll continue to keep you guys updated on whatever happens, so that way you guys know exactly what's happening. Let's see here. Robbie says, Steve, I love your channels for the information. I just pray for the United States. Yes, thank you for the kind words, and keep praying for our nation. Ripple Time says, don't live in fear. That's right. Let's not live in fear. Let's see here. There's a lot of crazy posts on TikTok about the tense situations around the world, says Milazane. Yeah, somebody told me to get on TikTok, so I'm trying to post on there now. My TikTok is SteveRam3, and so is my Instagram if you want to hop on. And I hopped onto TikTok, and I haven't used it in a long time. I don't really know how to use it. I was all over the place. People are taking my YouTube videos and posting them all over and pretending that they're me. So I don't mind if they pretend that they're me, as long as they're not trying to scam people. But I've only got one account. It's SteveRam3. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there, and I'll do my best. Here's the thing. I'll do my best to cite my sources, so that way you guys have them and you can read them for yourselves. Somebody said, Steve, I want to hear only your message. Do not care about others' opinions, just your message. Says Vacation for Fun. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Yes. What I'll do is I'll continue to just try to get articles that give the information and not their opinion. Opinion pieces, I'll try to make sure that I keep those out. Let's see here. Somebody said, learn how to feed yourself without the government, said David Farkori. Yeah, I agree. Or no, I don't know. What do you think? You think, no, the government's going to take care of us. We're fine. Yeah. Guess who says his name is Jesus? Jade says one. Let me see if there's any other question. China owns TikTok, says Nano. Yeah, I've heard that. But I don't know. It seems like a lot of people are on there. They're telling me to put my stuff out there. It's already out there. So I was going to hop on there and just start uploading stuff to provide more information on the other platforms. Wow, there's 2,400 people on, 3,725 likes. Thank you guys so much. You're amazing. And again, if you haven't already hit the subscribe button, it's totally free. Turn on notifications when I go live or I have video updates that are breaking news. You'll get the latest. And also, you guys, what else? Hit the join button to support the channel if you want to become a member. If not, totally fine. And I will provide you guys with a link. I'll pin a comment with a link to my pastor's channel for those of you that want to get biblical updates on what's going on, prophetic words on what's going on. And also to, what else did I say? Oh, yes. At the end of this month, I'm going to be doing my last ever live teaching for people who want to start YouTube, who want to help people with information, or maybe want to help their business. I'm going to be doing one of those as well. So I'll pin those in the comments for you guys. But I just want to say I appreciate you, and I will keep you guys up to date. And also, too, we'll see if Biden releases a plan to stop the sleeper cells from attacking in the United States. But this is the latest coming out for Trump. And for those of you that are now members, you'll see this pop up in your feed on your YouTube. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Appreciate you guys. Have a blessed Sunday evening. I'll catch you tomorrow in the next video. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.